Hey, how's everybody this week? Thanks again for joining me live on my weekly live chat. Just welcome to the chat. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend. I hope everyone got to get to some theme parks or some attractions or something fun anyway for the weekend. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend, and also hope everyone had an awesome day today. And I really do appreciate you guys joining me tonight. A little bit earlier tonight. It's got a few things going on. Also, I know I'm up against gladiators on TV, so I understand if there's not as many people on here tonight, although there's plenty jumping on right now. So thanks everyone for jumping on. So gladiators, if you're into that, it's back on. But I'll try and be as entertaining for you guys tonight as well. So thanks again. Thanks to everyone for jumping on, saying hi. Let me have a quick look here. We got Kobe first. Hey, Kobe. Lights. Oh, geez. Lights of Forian, is that correct? Your favorite time of the week. Thank you very much. Mine too. Although I do enjoy getting out to the parks on Saturdays, obviously. So everyone's saying hi. Hi to everyone that's saying hi. Flash ride got posted on Instagram. Yep, absolutely right. Today, if you haven't seen it already, it's on all their socials: Facebook, Instagram. It's probably on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok today, but so they've posted essentially an ad now for the Flash Speed Force. It looks pretty cool. I like the way they've done the ad. Coming soon. So I think if you guys haven't already seen it, I did upload a movie board video last night actually. So check it out if you haven't already checked it out. There's quite a bit in that video, including my thoughts on the opening date for the Flash. And again, it's only my thoughts. There's definitely been no announcement yet, or I haven't even heard anything. So it's essentially it's speculation. But if they're not going to open it in April, which we know they're not now, it's probably going to be June, because the new Flash movie comes out in June. That's the one where Michael Keaton's back as Batman. He's in the movie as well. So, and that was cool. So if it was going to be me, I would align the launch or opening of a new Flash attraction with the launch of the movie for the school holidays. So it kind of makes sense, right? That's my thoughts. I could be wrong. It might be heaps more work to do, and it could be September school holidays, and then they might align it with the heroes and villains for September. I don't know, but my guess currently is June, July school holidays. So until we know for sure, well, we don't know, but we'll let you know as soon as we know. I hope everyone did have a chance to check out my movie board video. I had a look at the Wizard of Oz tracks and poles next door to Movie World, and there's definitely a lot less up there than what there was originally. So they would have to have been bringing some down, unless they've just moved it all around. But it definitely looks less. I even went back on some old video just to double check that, and there definitely seems to be less up there. I mean, there still is a lot, but it's less. So hopefully that does indicate that we should start to see poles and track soon, and we should, given that it is opening the end of this year. So exciting times. This is a big year for coasters, actually. So Wizard of Oz, who's excited for that? I know I definitely am. The suspended coaster is going to be awesome. It's the same as the TNT at Gombaya World. They're going to theme it really well, obviously, and it will be awesome. And then you've got the dueling boomerang coasters. That's always a fun family ride. That's going to be cool. Obviously, the Flash Speed Force, and then of course over at Dreamworld we got Rivertown happening. So, and that's I did pop in there on Saturday afternoon and just did a quick short video. I'm sure, hopefully, most of you have seen that. Just a quick update. Really, the only thing we can show you is that there is definitely more progress on the groundwork in there. So, the time before that, there was a lot of work happening on the grounds in there, and then there was this big sort of circular piece cut out, which was cool. Then the storms hit, and then there's a mess in there, which they had to clean up. But now there's like lots of different sort of channels and piping. So obviously a lot of work is going to happen on all of the ground part there, and there's a stack of work, as we know, that goes into the groundworks, electrical, plumbing, all that kind of stuff. So that's the stuff we'll start to see most of, and then once all that's done, and I guess all the main concreting starts, then we'll start to see structures and things like that. I think our friends over at Dreamworld Golden Years, and hi to them if they're watching, they posted on, I think it was Facebook, some of the theming that's already happening off-site. I think it's off-site, doing some of the company that's doing all the theming for the Jungle Rush, and it looks pretty cool. So I tell you what, they are stemming ahead with projects, obviously off-site or maybe behind the scenes, and then we'll start to see all that stuff come together. And the ride manufacturers also been testing the turntable as well, so that'll be coming over. Well, they have been doing that, and that's online as well. You can find that. So it's exciting time. So this year is going to be awesome. And again, just to have new coasters, new attractions, and two of the biggest parks in the Gold Coast is going to be awesome. So very excited. And of course, we'll be able to provide you guys with as much updates, or as many updates as we can. Obviously, I can only get to the parks in the weekends. However, a lot of my subscribers who are at the parks during the week will often send me a lot of content, and I do appreciate that. And obviously, we credit them for anything that's provided to Jaggs Journeys that we release. And it's just a good way of keeping everyone updated and informed, because when you work full time during the week, you sort of don't get to see much. But then when you come home and then you see all the updates, photos and things, and we're able to post them, it's awesome. So yeah, we see all that, and then obviously we go out and film the video for you guys in the weekend, so that then you get a full update as well. But either way, you'll definitely be kept informed on Jaggs Journeys through our social media platforms, and of course the YouTube channel as per normal. And I hope you guys are enjoying all the videos and updates. Cool. I know there's heaps of comments coming through, guys, and I really appreciate that. I will get to your comments. And just once again, everyone who's been jumping on tonight and saying hi, I just want to say hi to everyone, and hello and good evening, and thank you all very much for taking time out of your evening to spend here for a quick chat with me. And thanks for passing on Gladiators. Anyway, or MAFS. No, I think MAFS is it next week? So I've got a couple of big shows to contend with, but I understand if you want to alternate, it's not a problem. All good. Everyone has to live life too. Anyway, let's start with a few of you. There's probably plenty of questions going on there, no doubt. Let's see. Let's go past all the hellos. I love watching this live, as I saw my cosplay costumes as I sew my cosplay costumes for conventions. Awesome. So we got Supernova coming up in April. As you know, I've pretty much never ever missed the Supernova. Comic-Cons, Oz Comic-Con, I do miss a few of them here and there, just because I feel that Supernova gives the most content for myself. It's a bigger event, and there's plenty more to film there. Don't get me wrong, I do love Oz Comic-Cons, but sometimes it clashes with other events that are on as well. So that's pretty much what happens there. But good luck sewing all your costumes for cosplay. As you're obviously very talented that you can actually make your own, so that's awesome. And I'll tell you what, every time I do go to Supernovas, the amount of costumes that people actually make themselves, incredible. So there's so many talented people out there. I absolutely love seeing all that. So when you guys, if you are cosplayers on here, or if you've got friends that are going, when the Gold Coast one comes up in April, no doubt I'll be there on the Saturday. So if you see me, make sure, tell them all to come up to me, and I'll put them on the video if they don't mind to be on the video. We do always ask their permission first if it's going on YouTube. But yeah, it'd be good to just get a lot more. So I really do love featuring everyone's costumes. So yeah, I think everyone enjoys looking at them as well. So that's awesome. All right. I'd much rather watch my weekly catch up than the Gladiators. So thanks for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't know. Is the Gladiators fake? Maybe it's fake, like the old wrestling. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a full episode. I've seen it years ago, but in the old series, we shall see. It's Lights of Orion. Orion. Is it Lights of Orion? Sorry. So I got your name wrong before. So Lights of Orion. So thank you for joining me now that I know how to say that. So forgive me for that. Thank you very much. What else we got here? I just finished watching my Movie World video. Oh, excellent. I hope you really enjoyed that. Do try to make the videos enjoyable, engaging, and obviously relevant information. So thank you. Hey mate, hope you're well as I can be. Coming up to Queensland from Melbourne on Saturday. We can't wait. Hope the thunderstorms stay away. Hate to break this to you. I just saw the forecast on the news before Saturday. 31 degrees here in the Gold Coast and storms. But hey, probably afternoon storms. So definitely still get out there. I mean, I go out there, rain, hail, or shine. I mean, I'm producing a video, I'm making a video, no matter what. So I always suggest, and as I've done in the past, there's plenty of videos on my channel about going to theme parks and when it's raining, and they're actually really good days to go when it's raining. Just look at the weather forecast. If it's raining, chuck on some wet weather gear, and you'll still have an awesome day. The only thing is, if it is actually lightning, within 10-kilometer radius of the parks, they do shut the outdoor rides for a period of time until that lightning has passed. So, just keep that in mind. That's to be expected here in Queensland in the afternoons in summer. We get a lot of those storms. So, and we've also got, unfortunately, North Queensland. If there's anyone from North Queensland on here tonight or watching afterwards, I do hope you'll keep safe, particularly those around the Townsville area. Obviously, the cyclone is forecasted to head your way, so it's quite a big one, and I think it's Cat 3 at the moment, or could be Cat 3 by the time it hits land, and that will feel the effects of that in the Gold Coast as well. Obviously, nothing like they're going to, but so we'll get some sort of associated weather with that as well. But still going to be very hot here at the moment. Very hot day today too. But I hope you enjoy coming up here to Queensland from Melbourne. Cool. Carly's watching the Gladiators as well, so enjoy them both. Hey Matt, Shane, hope you're well. Showed Chris the video. Love your birthday message. No worries at all. I'm glad you had an awesome day. Cool. Sounds like you had an awesome day. No, my pleasure. And don't forget, if you guys do want birthday shout outs and things like that, easiest way to do that is just through my Buy Me a Coffee app. Just jump on there. Shout outs, general shout outs for coffees, shout outs for birthdays, anything like that. Happy to do it. Just easiest way is to just jump on, do it through that app there. It's nice and easy that way. But that's my pleasure. I'm glad Chris had an awesome birthday yesterday. When is Superman ride going to be under maintenance? So Superman ride will be down on maintenance. That will be from the 5th of February until the 29th of March. All right. So, and they will push the fence line right to the front, so we won't even be able to get in there close to the flash or anything like that as well. While we're talking about ride maintenance, we might as well just actually let you know. And now it is in my video as well, but just for those playing at home that haven't seen the video, you've also got Batwing. Batwing is also down for the same period of time as Superman. So unfortunately, right when you walk into the front of the park, boom, you got Batwing down 5th of February to 29th of March. Bang, Superman also down 5th of February to 29th of March. Now, typically speaking, obviously that is off peak, and that is the quietest time of the year, obviously before Easter and after the peak. So it's to be expected, and they do need to obviously give the rides their annual maintenance. Also, Doomsday, the Doomsday is also down on annual maintenance at the same period of time as well. So 5th of February to the 29th of March. So we have 3 main rides, well, 3 big rides at Movie World, 2.5 maybe, that will be down for that duration. When I was at Movie World on Saturday, when I first got in, Doomsday was supposed to be open. However, when I got down there, it was closed. And it just said closed for, I think it was temporary maintenance, something like that. Unscheduled maintenance, I think it was. But I believe it is still down even today. I checked the app literally just before when I got home from work, and it said the same thing, that it was down for maintenance. So, yeah, kind of expected, I guess. So we've got DC Rivals coming up. So obviously, after the holidays, given the fact that you got Superman, Batwing, Doomsday going to be down, pretty much when they reopen, you'll get about a 3 or 4 week window, and then DC Rivals Hypercoaster is actually going to go on maintenance. So if you're planning on coming up to Gold Coast around April or May or even June, DC Rivals Hypercoaster will be down from the 25th of April until the 21st of June inclusive. So again, all of these things, all this information is on their app. Okay, so I'm not getting it from anywhere special. You can just jump onto their app, and I'd always recommend to do that if you're planning a trip to the theme parks, because you do, particularly if you go, I've got to ride that hypercoaster. It's like definitely the one I want to ride. So you've got to have a look at the dates, because if it's closed when you get there, it's going to be very disappointing. So 25th of April to 21st of June, DC Rivals Hypercoaster down. Now, also, Wild West Falls will be going down in April as well, from the 29th of April until the 25th of June. Excuse me, let's turn my other phone off. 1 second. Apologies for that. Just constant messages come through. So Wild West Falls, again, it's another big ride that people come down to see and ride. So you got to keep that in mind. Everything's online on the apps. Check that out. Plan your visit around the maintenance. All right. A couple of other things for Movie World. From today, they've changed their park hours. So their opening hours are now 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. So they've now aligned that with the attraction rides and attraction times. Obviously, yesterday and through Christmas, it was 9:30 till 6. So that's now changed. So 10 till 5. So that's aligned with, I guess, Dreamworld, and it's also aligned with Wet and Wild. I did jump onto SeaWorld. I know they normally open at 9:30 at SeaWorld. I'm hoping that hasn't changed. But when I jumped on just a second ago before I jumped on the live, there was no park hours available for SeaWorld. There was nothing displayed. So unless someone on here can tell me, maybe works at SeaWorld or who may know, but it looks like SeaWorld's hours may still be the same. But Movie World, for now, so that probably change again in the holiday time, of course. So yeah, so the park actually opens at 10 a.m., but the rides will be open straight away and closes at 5. So no doubt by the time you filter through, people will be 5:30, gates down, essentially. So that's something different. That's changed, and I don't think they've done that before. Well, I don't recall them doing that before. I could be wrong, but that's interesting that they've decided to do that. But again, it is going out of from peak to off peak, and I guess that half hour each side of the day times how many staff, it's going to make a bit of a difference for them, for their operational costs. So fair call, I say. Cool. So yeah, we've got what else? Top Golf. We might as well talk about that. It's next door. Still undergoing complete netting, or all the netting got destroyed or damaged with the tornado that came through on Christmas night. So they actually have to replace the whole entire netting for Top Golf. So they've been doing that. Well, people have been working on that constantly, and I believe the last time I read it said that they will be open, planning to open the first or second week of February. So that depends on weather and how the job goes. It's a big job, obviously. But that netting is critical to Top Golf. I can't operate without it. So that's what's happening with Top Golf next door there. So you're looking at early, mid-Feb. Just keep an eye on their website. Check it if you plan on going, and I'll obviously provide updates as soon as possible. Good news, though, for Paradise Country is that really copped a beating from that tornado as well, which obviously sits in behind Top Golf and the studios there. So that opens this Friday on Australia Day, which is pretty cool. So finally going to be open. They really did cop a lot of damage up there. But geez, I tell you what, they've done well to turn it around that quick, I feel. So, Australia Day, you better get back to Paradise Country. Excuse me. So that's exciting. So as far as this side of the Oxenford, I guess, the Village Roadshow theme parks, Movie World, lots of stuff happening there. Also with the movie, the Marvin and March in the Third Dimension, which was obviously only on for Hooray for Hollywood, which is now also finished. Finished yesterday. Last day was that for the event. By the way, if you did go to that event, let me know in the comments or on the feed what your thoughts were. Myself and Adrian and Riley, we do a podcast, the Theme Park Cartel podcast, and the latest episode was a full review of White Christmas and Hooray for Hollywood event. So all of our reviews are on there, but it'd be good to hear what you guys think or thought of the event. I always love that event, seeing all those new characters or different characters, and it's just always a good feeling event. We probably did lack a couple of things this year, but it might be due to staffing because of the storms, or I don't know. It could have been a number of issues. But yeah, it'd be good if you guys could let us know what your thoughts were about that event, because it was pretty cool. So yeah, so that finished yesterday. What else we got there? Yeah, so the movie, well, it was due also to finish yesterday, and it might have, I don't know, obviously I wasn't at theme parks today. So if anyone on here was at Movie World today, can you confirm whether Scoob 4D was back from today or whether it was still Marvin the Martian in the Third Dimension? I'm hoping they would extend it a little longer because it didn't come on till late. It was supposed to come on for the event, start of the event, but it was about a week later. So I'm hoping they're going to keep it on for at least another week, because keep in mind, there's actually still a couple of states on holidays still up here. And then the thing is that the park's gone down to lesser hours. I mean, it isn't as busy, obviously. And obviously the Hooray for Hollywood event's now finished as well. But anyway, it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see if that's gone back as well. Cool. Anyway, we'll just jump back into some of your questions. Just got to find where I was at now, because the feed does move. All right. And again, thanks for everyone for jumping on, saying hi. I can see plenty of people there. By the way, everyone, just to let you know, this live chat is moderated. So there's a moderator on and monitoring all the chat. So if there's any inappropriate or off-topic chat, you'll be basically put off the chat by the moderator. So just to let you know, there is moderator. This is moderated every single live that I do, whether it's in the theme parks or whether it's here every Monday. It's always moderated as well. All right. Do you know that for Carnival they've put up when the show times is? Are you asking, do I know that they have, or do I know if they have? Because I don't know if they have yet. I haven't been on to have a look, but I would suggest just jump on, just search SeaWorld Carnival. Excuse me. Excuse me. Search SeaWorld Carnival, and they will, if they're on there, they usually put them on the app. But what you'll find it'll have is just the showtime for the Laser Light Aqua Show, which you cannot miss. It's unbelievable. A couple of dolphin shows. I think from last year, from memory, 2 dolphin shows. I think it was 3 of the Laser Light Aqua shows, I think. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be something similar to that. Other than that, the rest of the entertainment is just sort of through the park through the night in each of the different areas of the park. So you got Rio, you got Mexico, New Orleans, and Africa, all spread through the park. And each of those areas, you got all the different foods, the music, the dancing. By the way, you should check out my Get Ready for Carnival video, which I put that out about a week ago. So jump on and check that out, because that covers off, if you are planning on going, that covers everything you need to know about Carnival. Also, and I mentioned it on there, if you are a Village One annual pass holder, unless this doesn't apply to the light pass, but if you're the normal, got the full pass, You can redeem that free ticket, and I would highly recommend doing that. It's free. And then, of course, when you get in there, you can then spend some money on the foods, some drinks. Everything else is included. So apart from like merch or what have you. So yeah, I'll definitely recommend going to Carnival. If you haven't been before, it's awesome. It's a festival. It's a really nice feeling event. And SeaWorld looks amazing at night, and the way they do the park up with all the lighting, it's just awesome. So probably one of my favorite events, actually. Obviously, I'm a big Friday nights person, but probably next best would be Carnival for sure. All right. Will it be hard building Emerald City for the Wizard of Oz land? It'd be hard if I built it, that's for sure. They've got a team of very skilled theming experts who are doing all of that theming. And I can tell you now, it's going to blow your mind. So the theming will be exceptional, and you will be immersed when you walk into the land of Oz. Yeah, you should be a bit of a wow factor, and the theming in there is going to be amazing. So I don't know as to how far they'll go with that Emerald City detail, but no doubt it'll be pretty good. So we'll all wait and see and find out very soon toward the end of the year, which is cool. All right. Watching you on my phone because the Brisbane Heat's on the TV and the Gladiators recording all happening all at once. Oh, that's right. Brisbane Heat's playing tonight in Gold Coast, aren't they? At Heritage Bank Stadium in Carrara. So there you go. I don't mind cricket, but I'm not a big cricket fan. I'm actually an American sports fan more than anything. Actually, I do watch NRL, of course. I'm not into AFL. I don't really understand AFL, but yeah, I'm a big sort of American, NFL, NBA, NBL, that kind of thing. Obviously, Super Bowl's coming up soon. So, but yeah, cricket is massive and popular. And yes, there's a lot happening tonight. So I'd like to thank everyone. I've got my regular sort of amount of people on tonight, by the way, and that's awesome. I know you have a choice to watch something else, maybe more entertaining on TV, but thanks for spending it with me, even though you might be watching 2 or 3 other things at the same time. It's all good. I appreciate it. Cool. You went to Movie World on Friday. It was really warm. Yeah, it's been very hot, really humid. Beetlejuice, you got a photo with Beetlejuice. It's funny. Yeah, Beetlejuice is awesome. And I'll tell you what, I mean, obviously, they have a couple of different people playing Beetlejuice, and I've seen both the different ones, each of my visits, and they both do a really good job, really in the character, and I thought it was great. And I'm just hoping, again, I don't know because, but there is a Beetlejuice movie coming out this year, right? So it is coming out. I just hope that when they launch that movie, I hope they bring Beetlejuice back into the park, even if it is for a period of time, just to align with the launch of the movie. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be awesome, rather than just have him for Hooray for Hollywood. I think Movie World needs to do a little bit more of that kind of thing, and surely it could be done. Even if he did a little pop-up show, how good would that be if he was able to do a pop-up show, put something together, something new, bring people to the park. People like me will vlog the heck out of it and help make people see it and want to come and watch it. So, yeah, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The weather said it's going to be a heat wave until tomorrow. Yeah, I believe so. So it's been actually today was really, 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 really humid and hot. They said it was like 30, I think it was got up to like 37 or something like that around the Gold Coast and parts of the Gold Coast. The feels like temperature was over 40 because of the humidity. So it was a hot one. And again, it's been a hot few weeks. So especially at the theme parks, I kind of really struggled a bit. Saturday was, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. So, and hats off to everyone, all the staff who are keeping the guests happy and entertained through all the shows and all the character suits and costumes and not missing a beat. I mean, it must be an absolute struggle in that kind of heat. The struggle for me, just wearing a black t-shirt, sweating like nothing. Imagine the performers. But geez, they still smile. They don't miss a beat. First class. So yeah, hats off to all those Movie World people, employees, performers, everybody there does an amazing job. And yeah, no matter sunny, humid, rain, hail, shine. They keep it going for the guests. So that's awesome. Cool. Do you know if they do refunds on the cabanas at the water parks? I'm not sure. You'll have to check with them directly about that one. Although, if you're in them and there's a thunderstorm, I think you'd probably be okay inside one of them. They're wood. I think they're metal, so you should be all right. But they'll obviously inform you properly about that. So get onto their website. They have a guest services link there, or where you can contact them and just ask the questions, and they'll certainly get back to you. What's happening at SeaWorld? Good question. What is happening at SeaWorld? Well, they're building a pathway. We know they're building a path, and it looks awesome. It's an awesome looking piece of concrete. And the landscaping they've done around the concrete, the fencing, the trees, beautiful job. We're just waiting for it to be open. So I don't believe it's open yet still. So, but I think it's getting real close. But other than the pathway to link up the Storm and Ray Reef Plaza, other than that, to be honest, just this Carnival coming up. There is some ride maintenance coming up. So we will run through that now because we're talking about SeaWorld. And again, all this information's online, right? So you can just jump on the app and check it all out. But when I jumped on just before the live tonight, interestingly, there was also 3 rides down on temporary closure. So Donatello's Ninja Flies in the Nickelodeon Land is down for temporary closure, as is Patrick's Jellyfish Frenzy. Also, Vortex. Now, that just reopened. I saw it going when I was there. Don't know what's happening there. Anyway, so that's... I don't know if that was just for today or whether that's going to be for the week. There's no dates on there. Temporary closure. So 3 attractions currently down. So Donatello's Ninja Flies, Patrick's Jellyfish Frenzy, and Vortex. Now, Trident. There is some maintenance coming up. All right. Now, again, it's a bit hit and miss too with the wind. It can't operate in certain gusts of wind. So when you're there, it may be open. It may be open and closed throughout the day. It just depends on the wind. However, if you're coming in February to SeaWorld, the Trident will be down. And this is interesting. I don't quite understand why this is. There's bound to be a reason. Someone on here may know the answer. But it's down from the 12th to the 16th of Feb, right? Which is, okay, that's fine. So it's maintenance. So then it reopens 17th and 18th. But then it closes again, 19th to the 23rd of Feb. Then it opens again for the 24th and the 25th. Then it closes again on the 26th of Feb, right through to the 14th of March. I'm not sure why. Now, maybe they're doing some specific maintenance and it has to be done in 3-4 parts, and that could be the case. But it just seems a bit odd. It's very staggered. So, again, this is on the app. So if you're coming to SeaWorld, expect some ride closures over the next few months. In fact, all the parks will be doing ride closures, as we've just talked about with Movie World as well. Also, this week, so toward the end of the week, for SpongeBob, the SpongeBob, what's it called? The boat ride, the SpongeBob coaster, 29th of January to the 28th of March. That will be on its annual maintenance. All right. So 29th of January to 28th of March. So that's, I guess, all in the Nickelodeon area. Leviathan, my favorite coaster at SeaWorld, and a lot of people's favorite coaster altogether, actually. It's an awesome coaster. So if you're coming to SeaWorld to ride the Leviathan, you've got to be aware, again, there's some maintenance coming up. Okay, and this one's a bit staggered again as well. So, which makes me think, well, are they moving something else in to do other parts of setup, or I don't know. But anyway, again, this is online. So Leviathan, 18th to the 28th of March. Okay, 18th to 28th of March will be down. Then in June, 10th to the 20th of June, it's also going down again on maintenance. And then again in September, from the 2nd to the 12th, it's going on maintenance. and then in November, from the 25th of November through to the 5th of December. So there's a stack of maintenance happening this year for Leviathan. So March, June, September, and November, overlapping December, Leviathan. So again, that's a lot. So definitely, if you're planning a trip, you're out of state, you're coming to the Gold Coast, and you want to ride that Leviathan, check their website, check the ride closures, the maintenance schedules. They're pretty much got the whole year's worth on there. I'm not going to talk about all the rest that are later on in the year. I just wanted to mention that one because that's obviously a main attraction there, the main ride people come to ride. So that will definitely affect your visit if you arrive and you cannot ride it. If you're coming to Carnival, if you can squeeze a ride of the Leviathan in at night, highly recommended. The lighting package, incredible. Carnival, though, is a very, very short night, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Lots to cram in. It's a full-on, like when I'm filming that night, I'm running the whole night. I'm going from area to area to area, trying to capture everything, and then I got to catch the show. There's lots to do, let alone trying to squeeze in a ride on that as well. But I definitely want to try and make that happen this year. So yeah. Just again, it depends on the queues because it's going to be busy anyway. But yeah, again, Carnival, make sure you get down to that one. It starts on the 3rd of February. So Saturday, the 3rd of February is the first night for Carnival. The second night for Carnival is the following Saturday, the 10th of February. All right. And then it's the following 2 weeks in a row of Friday, Saturday night. So it's the 16th and 17th, and then the 23rd and the 24th. All right. So essentially, it's just 6 nights over the month of February. So again, highly recommend going. It's an awesome event. Highly recommend redeeming your free ticket if you've got a locals annual pass, not the light version, the full version. Definitely worth it. Otherwise, you'd be paying, I know it goes up every year. I think it's around that $50 mark. It may even be more. So definitely redeem if you can redeem. Cool. So that's pretty much SeaWorld. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had down for SeaWorld. We will go to Dreamworld in a minute. We've touched on Movie World. We've touched on Top Golf and Paradise Country. Wet n Wild's still in full steam ahead, as is Whitewater World. We'll get back to those parks as soon as they get a little bit quieter. They've just been so busy and packed that because the videos I do feature all the rides and the park and everything, I just don't want to go there when it's this busy. It's just too busy, too many people. I'll wait till it's quiet, and then I'll obviously be able to get back into the water parks for you guys. And I say a lot, so apologies for that. I'll try and fix that. All right. What else have we got? So I've got to catch up with your comments, everyone, and thanks heaps. I've seen heaps coming through. Okay, I found where I was at, I think, and it just moved. Okay, do I support any NRL teams or mainly just American sports team? I do support the Titans, being Gold Coast based. Definitely, I've been to some games at the Seabus Stadium, and of course, Queensland for State of Origin. Of course. I do like the Broncos. I've got to say, I do like the Broncos. In fact, I've always been a bit of a fan of the Broncos as well. All right, let's find where I was at, because again, plenty of comments. Thanks heaps everyone for putting so many comments on here. I really appreciate it. All right, I caught up with the last podcast, and I was thinking with Wild West Falls and theme nights, maybe Fright nights, some simple projector mapping could work. And once the projector is set up, it's just changing the program to suit. Yeah, I agree with that. It would be cool. It wouldn't take much to improve the Wild West Falls ride at night time. So all they did, for those of you that don't know, for Fright Nights and White Christmas, it was just coloured lights, and then the ride is normal. Whereas if they had to put, particularly for Fright Nights around that ghost village, ghost town, if they had to put maybe more fog or pumped some fog into there, put a bit of an airy soundtrack and just maybe some scary noises, that's pretty much would make it really airy and add another element to that ride. Christmas time, I agree. Projection mapping, nice snowflakes or something, maybe make it all blue like it's ice. They could do all that stuff. Again, with fog too, it would look cold. So yeah, I agree. That would be something for them to have a look at. And maybe they are looking at what they could do next to make it a little bit better. I mean, I'm not sure if the people from Movie World listen to our podcasts or watch the videos. I think some do. And obviously, everyone's got an opinion, and obviously, they can't do everything everyone's asking. So, but I don't think I think some of the stuff that we're suggesting or recommending it's not unreasonable, and it's not really expensive to do it all. It's using probably things they've already got. It's just having the idea and saying, hey, well, as a guest, this is what we feel could have been a little bit better or made the experience a little bit more, I guess, add value to the experience at a little cost. So let's just wait and see. Fingers crossed there might be some cool stuff happening this year. So we shall see indeed. All right. I saw you at Dreamworld last Saturday. Aussie Coast Adventure. Did you come up? I don't think you did come up and say hi. I only spoke to a couple of people that day that did. But always, if you see me in the park, because obviously I'm filming or I've got my my thought. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. Just yell out to me, "Hey, Jaggs," or Shane. Just yell out. If I'm in the middle of filming, I'll probably just finish what I'm filming and stop. But then I'll always stop and say hi. I love meeting anyone who supports this channel. And and the merch as well. By the way, I've actually in the last couple of weeks I've bumped into a couple of people in the park wearing my merch, and at first I was like, "What? How'd they get my hat?" Oh, that's right, I'm selling it online. So, well, how the heck? That's kids in my t-shirt. So, again, I'm very thankful for people that have actually bought the merch already. In fact, some more orders came through again today. Thank you all so much. It's really appreciated. And the support is amazing, and I do appreciate that. We don't make much on that. It's more just so you guys can actually get some merch. We have been selling bits and pieces and hats for quite a while, actually, on demand. I am working with the supplier on getting the actual embroidered version hat on there. So it's just they can do it. There's just a bit of a technical. There's like a minimum water quantity. I've got to pre-purchase some or anyway. I won't go into that, but we're working on that. So for now, it's print, but we're working on it. So we'll evolve that merch site over time. Excuse me, as well. Actually, while we're talking about merch, I did mention last week that I ordered myself a shirt because, again, I've worked with this company. They're based in New South Wales. And I entrust them into the quality of the shirts, the quality of the print and everything. Obviously, I provided them with the high quality images or the logos and images. So I bought the vlogging tee, so the one of myself vlogging on the shirt. And I tell you what, I received that last week, and I'm very impressed. The quality of the t-shirt, it's a high quality t-shirt. So the men's one is AS color, so that's actually one of the best. And the print is awesome. I'll hold it up for you guys now so you can have a look. So everyone ready for this? So this is I bought it in white. This is and you've probably already seen it because I have posted this picture of me wearing it on Instagram and all that. But so just to show you guys, let me just move this mic out of the way. So maybe I'll go back a bit. Yeah, there we go. I'll just put the print up close. I'm not sure how well this is going to come out on camera. Probably not that well, but it is a high quality like vinyl print. It's thick. It's not so it's not just like a photocopy. Sometimes you get shirts that are just like a photocopy. This is an actual print, properly done, and it's high quality. So for the price that you pay, I mean, obviously the most of that cost is just in the t-shirt because they're a good quality t-shirt. And the family I bumped into on Saturday, some of my regular supporters of my channel, their son Jared got his shirt, and even the kids' shirts. They're a different brand, but they are still a high quality brand as well. And so So I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm happy because I I did want to make sure that the merch is presented, you know, at a decent quality at a reasonable price. So yeah, again, thanks to everyone who's so far has bought my merch and who's continued to support me through that way. The merch is always up, so it's Jaggs Journeys. So this is the how to get to the website, jaggsjourneys.deco. That's DECO, then the little side dash apparel.com. Okay. jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com. I've got it on Instagram as well. It's all there. Check it all out. And yeah, appreciate it. There's a few extra things on there. There's a couple of bags. There's a trucker hat, a bucket hat, some tote bags, as well, backpack tote bags, stubby holder. There is also a mask. We just don't know when we're going to need them again, right? So the masks are on there. And yeah, t-shirts and hoodies. Even infants' rompers are on there. So it'd be cool to see. It would be so cool to see someone walking around the theme park with holding an infant, a baby, with a onesie on with the Jaggs Journeys logo. That'd be cool. So anyway, they're all on there as well. Cool. So again, thanks heaps for supporting my merch. I really appreciate it. All right. The next DC movie is James Gunn's Superman. Excellent. James Gunn's. Oh, hey, mate. The next DC movie is James Gunn's Superman. Awesome. When's that coming out? I haven't actually seen that. I'll have to look that up. So that will be cool. I tell you, there's always a new DC movie. Just about every year, there's something new. And that's the cool thing about that DC universe. It just keeps evolving and reinventing. It's awesome. So, and they always do awesome movies. Is Luna Park Melbourne worth a look? Hopefully heading to Melbourne soon. Hey, Chris. Yeah, mate. Look, I like Luna Park Melbourne for what it is. You can't compare it to Luna Park Sydney. You can't compare it to any of the other theme parks. It's its own entity, right? So it's a historical park. Well, it has the historical railway coaster that goes around the perimeter, which it's not a thrill high speed thing. It's just the fact it's nostalgia. It's I think is it the oldest wooden coaster in the world, or one of? It's got some very historical value there, and jump online and have a look. All the information's online there about that coaster. And so it is, I guess, seaside, in where it's located there is near the sea. I just like the feeling of the place. And it's got those old school flat rides. It's dark ride with the ghost train in there. It's got classic rides, traditional rides. I've got food offerings and everything's cool. It's awesome. Excuse me. It is compact. Everything is sort of compact. Like Luna Park Sydney is long and spread out, whereas this one is compact in. So it does get quite so busy, but I really do like the feeling of it. So I would suggest if you're going all the way to Melbourne, pay it a visit for sure. Definitely pay it a visit. They do it. The team there do a great job. As I said, it's old school, but that's what you go there for. It's that old school amusement park feel. That and I've been several times now, and I'll go back again. So, in fact, I went to as most of you probably know, their Halloween event. We're invited to attend that one, and they did an awesome job. We had such a good night. It was a really, really awesome night. So, I mean, it was no fright night, but it wasn't supposed to be a fright night. It's something completely different from that. But they did have a maze there, which was actually really good. So, yeah, 100% pay the park a visit. You will enjoy it. No matter what, you'll enjoy it. Go on the rides, buy the food, get some merch, just enjoy the day out. We enjoy it. So, but don't compare it to anything else because it's its own entity, if you know what I mean. It's its own park, and it's Luna Park Melbourne is Luna Park Melbourne. So, and for that, I'd go again, and I'd recommend it. Definitely check it out. I hope that explained it. Long-winded explanation. Abdul, sorry I'm late. Thanks for joining. It's all good. I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you so much. What's happening at SeaWorld? Okay, we covered that one off. I'm going to Movie World on Thursday. Well, enjoy Movie World. Okay, we spoke about SeaWorld. Caught up with the podcast. Okay, so I'm just catching up because my comments went up the screen again, guys. So I'm just going through on the ones we've got. All right. The Beetlejuice movie is coming out on September the 8th, 2024. Awesome. We definitely can't wait for that. I've got to see that. So, hey, that will it won't align to Hooray for Hollywood. It'll align to the Heroes and Villains event at Movie World. But I do hope they decide to bring Beetlejuice to Movie World to align with that movie release. That would be cool. Do you ever do videos for Supernova? Yes. You jump on my channel. Every single year there's a Supernova video there. I've never missed a since I've been doing videos. But I've been going to Supernovas and Armageddons in New Zealand and Comic-Cons for years, over 20 years. I absolutely love those events. I'm always there. I never miss one. I haven't missed one for over 20 years. So absolutely love Supernovas. I only usually go the first day and now the Saturday. So sometimes the first day might be a Friday. This year in Brisbane, or last year now, actually, sorry, the Friday it didn't happen. It was just a 2-day event. So yeah, the Saturday. So Saturday is the day I always visit, and it's always the busiest day, which is tough to film because there's so many heads and shoulders and backs of people when you're trying to film. So it's a tough filming day, but I do always manage to put something together for you guys to watch and try and get some cosplayers on there as well, which is cool. So yeah, definitely check out Supernova videos. Okay. I always try and keep an eye out for you at the conventions. I'm always in the hat and the glasses. So yeah, that's how you'll see me. And the shirt on the back, it says Jaggs Journeys. So you better just keep an eye out. But always that first day, always that Saturday is when you'll definitely spot me on that day. All right. Michael Keaton's back playing Beetlejuice. Yeah, that's awesome. I was watching something on YouTube of the filming locations for the new movie, which is pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. Rivertown update. Yep. So again, if you check out my YouTube channel, there's a short video there that I put out on the weekend to give you an update. Literally a stack of work going on ground wise, piping, channeling, that kind of thing. So check it out. It's on there. That's pretty much the latest update on Rivertown. But there's going to be obviously, I guess from now that they've started doing all the piping and everything, it'll be full on. So from now through to the end of the year, Rivertown will take shape very quickly. So as all their other projects have at Dreamworld, they've always just powered ahead, put a massive team of people on, and just made it happen. So yeah, excited. Very excited. Very excited. Hope you got your Carnival ticket, Jason. Yep, yeah, mate. I just got it last night. I think was it last night? It might have been last night or the night before. Yeah, got it for the first night. I do usually try to get to the events on the first or second night, and that's purely so that we can put the video out for people who are maybe undecided about whether they'll go to that event, what's it really like, or for those people who obviously can't make it to the event, so they can check it out as well. But more for the people that are maybe thinking, should I go? Is it worth it? What's it about? Some people, want to know what it's about because they've got anxiety, and I actually get told this quite often, actually, and it's very humbling. But a lot of people have stopped me and told me that my videos have helped them or their kids with anxiety. So, when they're going somewhere for the first time, they've never been before, not knowing what it's like, how busy it is, it can be real scary and freaky, and I get it. And so I guess that's why I do try and make my videos so that you can get a fairly good understanding of what it's all about, what it's like, and hints and tips and things like that as well. So but yeah, so the carnival, carnival is an awesome event. I always try and get on that first night, so we can put the video out in advance, or on that first week. It's not about trying to be first. It's just literally so that people can get the information they want and then make a decision. There's still plenty of time for them to come and attend the event. So yeah. What does maintenance mean? It means the ride is going to be closed for maybe fixing or oiling or tightening or replacing some parts, just to make sure the rides continue to perform safely and as they're supposed to, for all the guests. I hope that explained it properly. I don't understand how it takes so much time. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Stephen, hey, thanks again, Stephen, for tuning in from the good old USA, bright and early in the morning. Mate, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Greetings, you're still doing a great job. Thanks for all the tips. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. Just if you got any more questions, just flick us through an email like you did, and I'll help you with your suggestions or any planning with your trip next year. So I'm happy to do that. I actually get that quite often, actually. People from Sydney, Melbourne, anywhere who maybe haven't been up here before, haven't been up here for a while. If you've got questions, I've lived in the Gold Coast for well over 20 years. I pretty much, with my job, I'm all around the Gold Coast as well on the road. So detail of every single hotel or anything. But I generally, if you say, hey, I was planning on staying here, what's the area like? Well, I can tell you that much, sort of thing. What's the area like? I can't tell you exactly what the hotel's like because I don't really stay in the local hotels. But there's some really nice ones here. Cool. I watched your video for the Rivertown update. Thank you very much. I'll do plenty more of those. Plenty more of those coming up. I made the mistake and went to SeaWorld for Storm Coaster without knowing it was under the maintenance. Yeah. And that's disappointing, isn't it? You get there and you think, oh, I just want to ride that. And then bang, it's closed. It's and look, most people don't really think to probably check that. I mean, I've gone all the way to America in years gone by, gone all the way to America. But can't wait to ride the Haunted Mansion, closed, maintenance. So the next time we went, we made sure we checked all that out, and we went and everything was open, so we could ride it. So yeah, there's when you're coming from a long way away, it's disappointing. Or anywhere really, it's disappointing. Cool. Let's see. Abdul, yes, I've given a Rivertown update. Love your work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm just going through the comments. I've just gone past a few that I've already read out. What's happening at SeaWorld? So I'm not sure. I think I might have read that one out before. We did go through what's happening at SeaWorld. Not too much. Just some ride maintenance happening, and the pathway is still not open yet between Storm and Plaza. So yeah. Hey Clayton, Theme Park Social Network. The movie is back to Scoob from today. Okay, that's interesting. I sort of wondered. I really would have hoped that they would have kept it for another week as Marvin the Martian, purely because it started later, and for the people from other states. I really thought that that's what they would have done. But thanks for letting us know, because I was interested to know that. So thank you, mate. That's it's interesting. I'm glad I got to watch it on Saturday, because I almost wasn't. I thought, no, I'll go and watch it. So I'm glad I did. It's always a good movie. It's always a classic. I hope they keep Marvin on a bit longer. Oh, okay. So they haven't. It started the day after I went. Yeah, that was disappointing. And you saw it when you were a kid. Yeah. And that's the thing, it's nostalgia, because years ago they had the Marvin spaceship crash on the top of the awning of the Roxy. It was cool theming. And yeah, they had that movie playing there for years. And we all remember it from all those back in those days. It is a cool movie. So yeah, it's a shame that they started it late. And I think it was something to do with, because when they change that movie over, it's not just like putting a new disc in or SD card. It's they got to reset the whole cinema, because obviously 3D and all the effects and everything like that. So it's just a little bit more than just a quick fix. And with all the storms and the damage, a lot of people had to do other things to get the park ready. So my understanding is that's why it was delayed, just unforeseen circumstances. But yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't been extended. So there we go. Thanks for letting us know, Clayton. Appreciate that. They've put up the Aqua Color Light Show times. Cool. 7:10, 7:45, and 8:30. I think from memory, they're the same times as last year. So 7:10, 7:45, and 8:30 for the Aqua Color Light Show at Carnival. Dolphin presentation. Yep, 2 shows, 6:30, 7:30. I personally, Dolphin show is pretty cool at night as well. Same show though, but it is different at night. Like anything's different at night. I personally skipped the Dolphin show. There's not enough time. And then I usually will go to the last Aquacolor Light Show because it starts at 8:30. And the event sort of finishes at 8:30, so it's a nice way to finish the night. And then try and get everything else done before that. So if you do see me on the night, definitely stop and say hi. Excuse me. But I will have to be a quick hello. And because I'm very pushed for time on those short events, on the very short events, and it's a really tough night to film. But always happy to stop and say hi. Always. Love your videos. Thank you very much, Em. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my videos. I reckon you and the guys from the podcast should make a Discord. It will be great. Yeah, we do actually do it through that platform when we record it. So yeah, mate. We're only in early days. What are we up to? Episode, I think it's 5. Episode 5. I think we just released on the podcast. And again, thanks to everyone who has also been supporting us on the Theme Park Cartel podcast. With a lot of awesome things planned for that podcast moving forward, and we try and change it up every time as well. And it's fortnightly now, so thanks to you guys for giving us awesome 5-star reviews. So it's definitely fortnightly, and yeah, it's awesome. And obviously we've all got different knowledge of different things for theme parks and coasters and all that, and that's what makes it cool, so that there's a different perspective on everything as well. So yeah, cool. Thanks again for checking it out. It's on Spotify and all the major streaming platforms. The Theme Park Cartel Podcast. Cool. What else we got here? You should do a Costco food review. Yeah, if you go back on my YouTube channel, there's a couple of there's a few Costco videos on there, and I pretty much did include the food in that. So it was a bit of a whole thing on Costco's and the food at the end. This was more so when the theme parks were shut, and I was thinking, what else can I do? So obviously we did a bit more food reviews. So we're in this channel, obviously it's theme parks, attractions, events, where we always cover off the food where we do, when there's a reason to cover off the food, we do that as well. So yeah, that's cool. Ninja Turtle Ride and Patrick's on maintenance. Yep, Vortex maintenance. It's temporary closed, and the Trident will be in maintenance soon, and the Leviathan. Yeah, absolutely right. Yep, we just went through that before as well. So those of you who've joined later on, if you rewatch us through, I covered off all of exactly what was just said there. All the maintenance is on there, but it's also on all the websites, apps for the parks as well. Dreamworld used to have lions back in 2011. Yeah, I thought they did. Is that correct? Possibly is. Or someone mentioned to me that I'm not sure about 2011. Did they really? Are you sure? Does anyone else? Can anyone else confirm that? I'm not doubting you. I just don't recall it. That's all. But yeah, if they had lions up there. I think somewhere had lions. Somewhere like maybe I think there was a separate. I might be going back further than 2011. I think there was a lion park somewhere in the Gold Coast, but it might have been the 80s, like a long time ago, maybe, or 90s. But that's interesting. Okay, wow. I didn't know. I didn't know if that was true. So if it was, that was pretty cool. Hey, Jaggs, this is my first time on the live. Hey, Julie. Super big fan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm so excited every time you post videos. Can't wait to see The rides and the new Scooby-Doo is my favorite. It's my favorite movie. Yeah, Scooby-Doo is a good movie, isn't it? Especially the first one that was filmed here in the Gold Coast. Plenty of filming locations around the Gold Coast and at Wet n Wild as well from that movie. Yeah, look, thank you very much for the support of the channel. I really appreciate it. And thanks for joining the live every Monday at 8 o'clock, although it's 7:30 tonight, but 8 p.m. Queensland time usually, unless I post something to say otherwise. But yeah, we can't wait for Scooby next year to see what they've done and the improvements in the ride. And hopefully they get rid of that last tailbone breaker drop at the very end. If anything, if they get rid of that, then I'll be happy. Cool. Another cyclone coming towards North Queensland. They reckon it's supposed to hit near Townsville and Mackay. Yeah. We were just talking about that a bit earlier. It's not good. It's not good. Just wish everyone up there stays safe. Remember, things can be replaced, but not lives. So shelter. And because it's a cyclone, unlike that tornado where it just Christmas night here in the Gold Coast, it just happened out of the blue. At least with a cyclone, there's plenty of warnings. There's time to prepare, and there's also time to leave if you have to. So, I think it's saying a category 3. If that was me, I'd probably be trying to either plan a safe place to shelter or get out of there. But the thing is, it's quite a massive system. So where do you go? I guess the shelter's the best option potentially. But yeah, I do wish all the best for everyone who's going to be going through that Wednesday, Thursday this week up there. SeaWorld's open. Oh, so they have aligned SeaWorld's opening hours as well. Nicholas is saying from 10 to 5 as well. I wondered that. When I went to check tonight, the actual hours for SeaWorld weren't even on there, and it said not available or something. So maybe they were updating it. Okay, so it looks like they've aligned it to all the parks. So parks opening hours 10 to 5, same as Dreamworld. Rides and attractions 10 to 5 as well. Interesting. That's good. Well, I like going at 9:30, but anyway, they got to do what they got to do, right? Now my comments just bumped up the screen again. So before, actually, I think I've found. Here we go. Yes, I found where I was at. Sorry, I thought I was going to go way back. I've always wanted to build a theme park in Townsville. I just need to win the $50 million lotto first. It was $150 million this week, isn't it? I think it's massive this week. $150 million. $150 million, you should be able to build some kind of a theme park up there, I reckon. Or if not, just one decent ride like Transformers. I think it's about $150 million for that ride, but that's US too. Townsville's a beautiful place. It really is. But being susceptible to cyclones, like, they probably wouldn't. Closed during Carnival. Yeah. What's that one? Clayton. Sorry, I'm not sure which one are you referring to. Let me see. Trident, potentially. Yes. I think you're referring to Trident. Possibly closed during Carnival. Possibly. SpongeBob's boating school blast. Thanks, Ryder. Yes, I knew it was something like that. Thanks for confirming that one before. What else have we got there? Do you think you could possibly get a POV on Batwing Space Shot and see what's happening at Wizard of Oz? So unfortunately, they won't allow, unless you're like a massive YouTuber from America or somewhere or UK and have millions of followers. Movie world. Well, I'd never say never. It would be nice if they made a new policy around that for, even if it was just for content creators, because we all usually have all the right gear, proper chest harness, proper GoPro. Not we're not talking about just holding the phone on the ride like in America that you can actually do on most of not all, but most of the rides over there. You can just like that. Crazy, like that's crazy. They would never do that here. But I think if you've got the right equipment and it's secured to you, as long as it's checked and they give you clearance, I'd like to think that they would do something for content creators at least. But yeah, currently I'm unable to do that because it's not allowed, and I'm not about to try and do anything sneakily either, because I have a good relationship with all the theme parks and good credibility with them all, and wouldn't want to jeopardize anything like that either. So, but anyone that does ride it on that side can also let us put a comment, let us know what they see. Also, if you ride I think like Adrian and Riley rode the DC Rivals Hypercoaster backwards a couple of weeks ago, and they said they could see into the work site, and there was a heap of the footings all done. There's a lot of work in I think the ride station had also they could see a lot of work that's been happening in there as well. So yeah, probably won't be able to give you any image on that, but Movie World themselves, through their social media manager, tend to provide things like that, usually on TikTok for a subscription. So if you're a subscriber to their TikTok, which I think is about $10 or $12 a month, I think, you can get exclusive access to things, and they do things like that. So I'm not saying they've done that specifically, but they tend to do some POVs and things like that for if you subscribe, so you can check it out. So let's see. I think you'll find closer to the time, you'll probably find they'll probably just go in there and film it, to be honest. But rather than go up on the ride just to try and film it, but they'll no doubt provide something. Cool. Who's it? Sorry, Uliana saying, I found some theme parks in the 90s, and I found Sea Walk, maybe World or Sea World, Dream Mode. Not sure what you mean. So, do you mean Dream World? Maybe I'm not too sure. Sorry, I missed the Montreal. Do you mean Monorail? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're trying to. Maybe you're saying you found some old photos, maybe of the 90s of SeaWorld and Dreamworld and the Monorail, possibly. Did they have a whale? So no, the whale is in SeaWorld in the US. San Diego, I think. I'm not probably the one in Florida too. I'm not sure. I haven't been to the one in Florida. I know San Diego had the whales, the killer whales in there as well, but not here in the Gold Coast. No, they didn't have it. What's the time before? Oh, sorry. When's the time before May where most of the things are open at every single park? That's not during the holidays. In May, best suggestion would be to just jump onto the app, Village Roadshow app, and have a look. Just go under information and ride information, ride status information. It's all on there, and just search for Dreamworld ride updates. But for me to go through right now and go through all the parks and specifically look at those dates, what I can tell you is for Movie World during in May, DC Rivals Hypercoaster and Wild West Falls will be closed, definitely. So you won't be able to ride those two at Movie World in May. SeaWorld. Let's have a look at SeaWorld. So it looks like I think in May most things will be open. You got some closures in March, and then again in June for Leviathan. So Leviathan will be open. Yeah, I think May is good. Looks pretty good for the other parks. Yeah, looks pretty good actually. So you might be, other than DC Rivals Hypercoaster and Wild West Falls, one of the two most popular rides at Movie World, they'll be down in May. So between April, the end of April, and toward the end of June, they'll be down. Cool. So yeah, that's disappointing, I know, but yeah. Oh, you did say hi. I said, okay, yeah, that's right. So yes, I remember now at Dreamworld. Sorry, I meet a lot of people, and I don't think you told me your actual like username on here. So, but thank you anyway for saying hi. I always appreciate it. We want to know what's happening with the monorail. We sure do. We sure do. I cannot wait. T-shirt looks good. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys saying that looks good. I'm a bit behind on the comments, so sorry about that, everyone. I did spot a Jaggs Journey sticker on the floor in the Superman queue the other day, and I kept it. Okay, yeah, it's a probably. I mean, I give out heaps of stickers. Anyone who stops and says hi to me, they'll get a Jaggs Journey sticker just for saying hi. I'll always ask anyway. Would you like a sticker? Even the adults, I'll ask because not everyone wants a sticker. I get it, but some adults, yeah, I'll check it on my car or my phone case. That's all good. But you can always ask me for a sticker, but I'll always usually offer you a sticker anyway. They're no good to stick on like clothing though. I always say that to the parents. Make sure the kids don't stick it on the shirt. It'll just fly off when they walk off. But it sticks to everything else, just not clothing that well. So keep that in mind. Cool. So some kids' stickers are gone missing probably. All right. When am I going to Carnival? Yep, I'll be there on I think we booked the first night. Luna Park roller coaster was built in 1912. Is that the yes, the Melbourne, the same year that the Titanic sunk? Well, at least the coaster hasn't sunk or worse, which is good. So definitely a good coaster to ride. Historic from that historic factor. Yeah, 1912. Thanks, Jason. That's awesome. Yeah, 1912. It's pretty cool. And of course, the braking system is a person standing up with the massive handbrake. That's how they slow it down. It's insane. It's crazy. Sorry, guys, if I've missed any comments, they keep scrolling up real fast, and apologies for that. But I certainly appreciate everyone who's making a comment, saying hi, telling me they've been to the parks. I really appreciate it, and I'm conscious of time too, as well. We're going to obviously try and wrap it up within the 2-hour mark. We sort of try and initially these were like hour sessions, but they've gone into 2-hour sessions. One went for about 2.5. So, and I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, we'll try and keep it at that sort of 1.5 to 2 hour limit if we can. Everyone has obviously got things to do and school or work or what have you as well for tomorrow. So anyway, let me see. Do you know where they're going to get the water from? What's that for, Zach? Sorry, I'm not sure what that relates to. Are you talking about Carnival? The Aqua Show? It's on the lake and it's done through the lake through jets and things like that. Can you go to Dreamworld next Saturday? I haven't actually planned next weekend yet, so possibly, but usually if you text me like on the morning, when I say text me, Instagram message on the morning of or the night before, I usually will know by then where I'm sort of heading. How come you've not got much Gold Coast theme park merch behind you? Well, I do have a stack of merch from the theme parks in the Gold Coast from over the years. New merch and that, but we've actually got it all in crates, and we're actually going to hopefully do something cool with that merch for you guys. So over time, we've just got stuff in the plan. So you have to stay tuned. But yeah, we do have a stack of stuff there. I just have this is my studio, so I just have pop vinyls, some Star Wars stuff, my sign, and me. That's about it. All right. Let's see. I'm going to Dreamworld on Wednesday. Do you know how busy Dreamworld will be this Wednesday? It probably won't be too bad, actually, because the bulk of the holidays are over now. But there'll still be some states on holiday. But you'll find it'll be a pretty good day. You'll definitely be able to get around the rides. It still will be people at the park, but you'll be fine. You probably will get a max. You'd probably be 30-minute to 60-minute wait times, if that. So you'll be right for Dreamworld for sure. Do I know any good all-you-can-eat buffet restaurants on the Gold Coast? A lot of them are gone now. Someone's saying Sizzler was the best. Yeah, look, I'd have to agree with that. Sizzler was the best. It was that cheesy toast was amazing. Good buffet. To be honest, I'd probably have to recommend the one at the casino. At the Star. What's it called? Someone on here will know the name. Harvest, I think it is. I think it's Harvest. That's a really good buffet restaurant. Really good buffet restaurant. There's plenty more. I mean, I don't go to them that often, so essentially that's not cheap either. But it's something you'd go to for a special occasion. But that's what I would suggest. That's my recommendation. There'll be plenty more. All right. Chris is saying I explained that Melbourne Luna Park perfectly. Thanks, mate. I try. Absolutely loving the podcast. Will it ever go weekly? Theme Park Cartel. Will we ever go weekly? Never say never. You never know. I mean, end of the day, we're all busy people. We all run channels. We all have full-time jobs. And we all do extra stuff as well. We all have other things going on. So fortnightly, I think at the moment is fine. And I think, too, with enough content. If you go weekly, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you never know. We've not discussed it. Obviously, we only discussed going from monthly to fortnightly, and we had to work it all out. When is the best time to record that suits us all, as well. So, yeah, I would. I mean, we could do it, but it's just probably more from a content perspective. Would there be enough to keep everyone engaged every week? So that's, I guess, what I mean. I do a live every week, like what we're doing right now. But of course, we base the live around what's been happening at the parks, a bit of an update on rides and what's happening, what's coming up. And also, it's an awesome time to interact with you guys one-on-one. So that's something different every week, essentially. So, yeah, you never know. They used to have lines. Yeah, everyone's saying they used to have lines at Dreamworld. Wow, I didn't know that. If anyone's got any photos, I'd love to see some photos. That'd be so cool. Oh, someone's saying Food Fantasy, or has the name changed? Oh, it probably is Food Fantasy. Again, it's been so many years since I've actually even been to that one. The name might have changed to Harvest, but someone might correct me on that, possibly. I don't know why Harvest is in my head, unless that's another restaurant. I'll tell you where there's a good one in Perth, though. If there's anyone on here that lives in Perth, anyone on here live in Perth? If you do, the casino in Perth, is it Crown? I think it's Crown Casino. There's an amazing buffet restaurant there, and it's like 5-star. We went there for a family special occasion, very special occasion. So we wouldn't go there. You wouldn't go there every day of the week, but yeah, it was like that was wow factor. That was wow factor, and I can't recall the name of it. So someone on here probably will know the name of it, but definitely worth doing. Clayton saying SeaWorld had a false killer whale in the 1990s, and his name was Squirt. Was that train ride, or was it actually a whale? Was it interesting? Okay, interesting. My comments just all of a sudden scrolled up, everyone. So apologies again if I've missed your comment. I really do apologize. Maybe put it again if I might touch on it with someone else's comment. Let me just go back. Okay, I found where I was at. Okay, so we talked about the buffets. I'm sure there'll be more comments coming through about buffets. So as we come across those, we'll read those out as well. Do we know Dreamworld when they? Do we know Dreamworld when they realizes they new characters as walk arounds? Okay, I think you're referring to the new characters they launched, like the ones that are squirting you when you walk over the bridge into Kenny and Belinda's Dreamland. From the best of my knowledge, eventually we should see those characters walking around the park, meet and greets, and that kind of thing. It's not confirmed, but to the best of my knowledge, I think that's sort of what they plan to do eventually. Now that might be next year. It might be for Rivertown launch. I'm not sure, and they'll announce that obviously. But yeah, you could definitely expect to see some as the park grows and evolves. You'll see some more of those characters, like to meet and greet. It makes sense, right? So you should hopefully see them. Okay, what else we got there? What's my favorite color? Black. Cool. We've explained that one. That's cool. Someone else is saying they had lions at Dreamworld. I didn't know that. Where was it at Dreamworld? Was it like where the tigers kind of are now, around there, or was it before the tigers, or was it on another part? Be interesting to know. And again, if someone's got photos, I've been to a lion park once in my life in New Zealand. I'm talking in the 80s. It was called the Lion Safari Action Park. Where you drive through and they come up to the car. That was pretty freaky. Probably really unsafe too, because I'm pretty sure we had the windows down and they probably didn't think about safety in those days so much. But anyway, I think they closed a lot of those places down after a few people got mauled. No, I don't think people got mauled. But anyway, everyone's saying Lion Parks 70s and 80s. Oh yeah, where the Logan Hyperdome was. Yeah. I knew it was somewhere around between Brisbane and Goldie. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for letting us know about that. So around about where the Hyperdome is now, back in the 70s and 80s, I had like a lion park there. That's cool. All right. Let's talk about Dreamworld. Cool. So I've just stopped where the comments are. Dreamworld. We haven't spoken too much about Dreamworld. So let's touch on a few things there, and not too much to talk about, but at the same time, there's lots going on. So again, like I mentioned before, I popped in there on Saturday and did a real quick video, just a short video, and it's on YouTube. You can check it out. Rivertown update, just to give you guys a very quick, brief update, because there's really not too much to show you yet. Okay, so they're doing a lot of groundwork in there. More groundwork had been done since my last visit. It looks like mainly they're starting to do all the channeling for piping and all the groundworks essentially. So that's what we're seeing now. But what I do know is obviously they've started that now. We can see the piping going in. So that is essentially now indicates that they're moving in there and they are going for it. So we will definitely see Rivertown change, probably again week to week, definitely in the videos, probably almost daily. And it'll get to that point where things will change daily. They are building some stuff off site for the themings and for the theming of it as well. So there's lots going on for Rivertown, and obviously on this channel I will provide you with as many updates as possible, just to keep everyone in the loop of the progress and how it's tracking. And of course, we don't know what weather events are going to happen this year. Hopefully nothing significant here to hold up any of the progress. But of course, that could happen. At this point in time, there's no official opening date, but back end of the year, so back into this year, 2024, we will see Rivertown open. This time next year, we'll be able to say, hey, who's ridden Jungle Rush? How many times have you ridden Jungle Rush? So cannot wait. The theming, this is going to be the best themed attraction, ride, roller coaster, probably in the Gold Coast. Taipan is up there. Well, Taipan's excellent. Leviathan's up there. Superman's pretty good too. The inside dark ride part. But this is going to be next level. The whole Rivertown's going to be next level. Murrissippi Motors, new electric version vintage cars will be in there as well. So that whole land, the whole Rivertown, you're going to be immersed in that Rivertown. You're going to feel like you are absolutely somewhere else in the world, and it's going to be amazing. And the ride is going to be all the rides going to be amazing in there. So particularly the Jungle Rush, obviously. So that's probably the biggest thing. We'll keep as many updates coming through as possible, as everyone else will on who runs social media platforms or channels. Plenty of us are doing updates, so there'll be definitely no shortage of content out there that you're about to get your fix of Rivertown updates. And of course, you'll know I live nearby, so you'll always know on Jaggs Journeys. You'll see photos, you'll see social media photos, you'll see videos, you'll see updates all through the year, in between everything else. Okay, what else is happening in Dreamworld? Let's talk about the vintage cars. So, as we know, and we spoke about it before, the tornado came through the Gold Coast Christmas night, devastation everywhere, ripped up everything, trees down everywhere, crazy. Dreamworld copped it as well. Paradise Country did. Dreamworld really did as well, particularly the back end of Dreamworld and vintage car area. A lot of big trees down there came down on top of the building. I think they might have lost one of the cars. Someone mentioned to me. I don't know if that's true or not, but either way, a lot of damage there. Trees down, crushed the building and all that. Lots of people saying, "Oh, that's the end of that. It won't open again." Look, it is going to open again. Vintage cars will be open again. In fact, on their website, they have a reopening date currently of Tuesday, the 13th of February. So, however, like anything, as they start to get things fixed up, I guess that could change. So, at this stage, it says Tuesday, the 13th of February. That's when the vintage cars will be reopening at Dreamworld, the current vintage cars, because obviously they want to keep them operational through to the time when the new ones open, because they are a new version that's opening for Rivertown. And that time's probably when they'll retire that attraction and then hopefully reutilize that space for some future attractions. That's what we're hoping anyway, right? Yeah, so that's what's happening with the vintage cars. Again, keep an eye on their website. That date might change. We'll see. What else is happening at Dreamworld? There's some maintenance going to be happening. Okay, so obviously the holidays are kind of over now, or I guess there's another week roughly for some of the other states. But Serpent Slayer will be going down. Serpent Slayer will be going down from the 29th of January until the 16th of February. All right. So again, this is online. If you search it up, you'll find this information on there. And at the same time, Tailspin's also going down from the 29th of January, but this one's also got about another 10 days more. So to the 26th of February, Tailspin will be down. 29th of January to 26th of February, Tailspin, annual maintenance. Serpent Slayer, 29th of January, February 16. All right, so that's all they've got for the beginning part of the year. They do have all of the other maintenance schedules on there. You just got to jump on and have a look. I don't want to read them all out for the rest of the year. As we progress through these lives through the rest of the year, obviously, if we're in August and there's something coming up in August, I'll talk about what's about to come down on maintenance, that kind of thing. So for now, probably not worth talking about things that are happening down the back end of the year, unless you're traveling and you got trips planned for the back end of the year, mid-year. Just get online and check it all out. That was pretty much all I had for Dreamworld, actually, because other than that, all the new attractions are open. The park's looking amazing. The night food markets are awesome. I did read that the Dreamworld night markets are going to be closed on Friday, the 26th. It's this Friday, Australia Day. I'm guessing probably because it's a public holiday in Australia Day, and maybe some of those food vendors may be attending Australia Day celebration festivities that they often have around the Gold Coast. A lot of food vans attend those sort of things. So possibly that's what's happening there. So there's definitely, again, check it out on their Facebook. But I did see that tonight that the Dreamworld night market won't be open on this Friday, Australia Day 26. So it'll only be open on the Saturday this week. But again, free if you're a pass holder, $2 if you're not. Awesome event. They got movies, entertainment going on, a couple of rides open. So if you're a pass holder, you can get on the Dreamworld Fly and the Dodgems for free. If you're not, and you've paid, if you're not a pass holder, you've paid $2 to get in. If you want to ride those rides, they're $10 each. But if you ride them both, you can buy a 2-ride ticket for $15. So $15, you can ride the Dodgems and the Flyer. All right. So otherwise, it's free if you're a pass holder. Pretty good. Something extra to do. And I'll tell you what, it's a nice, relaxed night. Entertainment, food, a couple of rides, movie. If you want to watch a movie, it's all good. So I really enjoy going to those night food markets as well. Cool. We'll just jump back to some more of your questions. And again, apologies if I missed any. There's just so many coming through. I'm just trying to get ones that sort of make sense to everybody. I do get a lot of people sort of just telling me things, just general stuff in there. So just try and keep the chat a little bit more to, questions that I can ask that everyone might be interested in sort of hearing as well. That would be cool. Someone's just saying they've got the plush version of the SeaWorld Leviathan. He was only $30. Yeah, they come in that plastic egg, don't they? So that's actually a really cool piece of merchandise that they've designed at SeaWorld. So for the Leviathan coaster, the Leviathan is obviously like a dragon type of creature. Leviathan. So in the shop there, at the SeaWorld shop, they've got the big plastic egg, and then you open the egg up, and there's the Leviathan soft toy in there. They're pretty cool. They're pretty awesome. Kids love them. So, all right, let me just roll back to the comments. Clayton saying Dreamworld had the white lines during some of the school holidays. Oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that either. Cool. Probably had them for like a certain, like how last year they had the circus, and then maybe one year they had lions. Maybe something that was like a temporary thing, maybe, or was it a permanent thing? I'm thinking maybe it was like a feature for a holiday period, possibly. All right. Carly saying, yeah, definitely lions. You can look them up on the Dreamworld history. So thanks, Carly. Yeah, thanks for mentioning about that. That's awesome. That is cool. That's really cool. Cool. Everyone's saying, yeah, I remember the lions. That's cool. Power Rangers coming to SeaWorld, possibly. You don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but yeah, they're a Nickelodeon thing. So they may decide to change. Depends. I guess it costs money to have the IP, so it depends what they want. Julie, she's asking, do you have any advice for me as I may be going on Rivals, Taipan or Superman? I'm super scared that the train will derail or something. The trains won't derail. Definitely not. The wheel assembly basically goes around the whole entire track. So, and there's many wheels. If you do, maybe on my Instagram, I have a thing called Wheels Wednesday that I've sort of created there. And initially I was just doing roller coaster wheels. Now I just do anything with wheels. It might be a Ferris wheel, it could be a wheel for a car, or I don't know, one week I might skip it. It depends what I can find. But if you roll back on my Instagram account, you'll start seeing the odd photo here and there of some close-up roller coaster wheels. Go back a bit further. You see this. You'll see the Taipan, actually. I've got Taipan real close-up pictures there. You can see that there's no way that can derail. So you're perfectly safe on these coasters. They're all new modern coasters, and they have a ton of safety features. Like when you see a couple of weeks ago when you saw DC Rivals on the news, people got stuck on it. The ride didn't break down. The ride sensors, and there's plenty of sensors on these rides, all for safety. It detected something unusual, and a guest had actually had a scarf that actually hung down and went down into the wheel. Bang! The ride stopped. That's because it sensed something wasn't correct, so it's going to stop the ride. And that's what it's designed to do. Unfortunately for people on there, when they're up like that angle and they got to get off it at that angle, which is, a little bit freaky for some people. But of course, the staff are trained, you're harnessed in, you're safely taken down. It's just procedure, but you'll be right. Which one do you look? I would, if you haven't been on any of those coasters, I would probably, they're all big coasters. I would probably suggest Taipan first. It's still a big coaster, and it does go upside down. Superman's awesome. Superman, I feel you get a lot more G forces on that, and I mean it's cool. You got the dark ride to start with, and then there's a launch, like it's a catapult launch system, 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. So and I love Superman. It's awesome ride. It does nearly make me pass out at a couple of points on that ride, just from the G forces. I find Taipan's a real fun ride. It is a triple launch coaster, so you get the feeling of it obviously launching and then coming backwards and then launching up again and then up the tail and then coming back and then launching again before it goes around the entire course of the track. And yeah, I really find I think that's if you want to do a big coaster, I'd probably start with Steel Taipan. Then I'd probably move to Superman, and then I'd leave the grand coaster, the DC Rivals Hyper Coaster, probably for the grand finale, if you like. Build yourself up to that one, because that is a massive coaster, lots of ride elements in that one. It's renowned as probably one of the best coasters in the world, and there's a lot of coaster enthusiasts that come here to ride that coaster. It's a big coaster, big ride. It's awesome. So yeah, I'd work my way up to that one. And then once you've done that, you can do the backwards seats and the spinning seats and all the rest of it, if you're up to it. If you are, you're braver than me. So I hope that's of some help, Julie. Cool. What do we got here? Do you know when they'll start the vertical work on the Jungle Rush? I would say within the next probably 5 months or so. They've got to do a lot more groundwork yet, and none of the footings are done yet. So there's a stack of work to do first before they'll start going up. But probably within 4 or 5 months. We've read that one. Yep, we've read that one. I've still got my sticker, Jaggs Journey sticker from Supernova 2022 on my phone case. Awesome. When you see me at the next one, ask me for another one, because when they're on the phone case, they do wear out a little bit. Only because obviously when it's on a phone case, it's in your pocket or in your bag, and it's rubbing against that. But if you put it, like, say for example, you put the sticker. This has I paid a little bit extra for these. It's got a 5-year vinyl. So what that means is you can put that on your car or just on something, but even in sunlight, and that won't fade. So it actually stays looking awesome. But if it's rubbing on something like that, eventually that's going to rub, and that red wears a bit there. So if it's not looking the greatest on your phone case, when you see me, say, hey, I need a new sticker for my phone case. No worries. Just let me know. I've always got them on me. If I normally take plenty of stickers, more than I need, so I shouldn't really run out. I have run out once actually, but yeah, but just hit me up. All good. All right. Food fantasy. Oh, so yeah, sorry. Again, I'm just going back to some of the earlier comments. We covered that one off. I was wondering at Dreamworld. There might be a wombat near the crocodiles. Wombats. Good question. I don't recall seeing a wombats at Dreamworld, but I could be wrong. So someone who's been recently has seen the wombats, let us know. I know there's wombats at Paradise Country, definitely, and I think Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. I'm pretty sure they got wombats. They could have them there. I only tend to notice the crocs, the dingoes, koalas, kangaroos, and of course the dangerous cassowaries, which you don't want to go near. So very dangerous birds. If you drop anything in their enclosure, just consider it gone. Don't even try and get it out. It will not be worth it. someone else is saying, yes, there is a wombat in that enclosure. Okay, cool. I have to check it out next time I'm there. Am I going to Comic Con this year? Again, depends when the date falls for Comic Cons. It often clashes with another event that I normally go to around that time. At which time I would probably normally do the Supernova, but we'll see. Again, ask me closer to the time when we know the dates for that. How about a night at Dracula's? Yeah, yeah. It's look. Again, it all costs money, so yes, it is on the cards to do that cabaret restaurant. I've been before, and a couple of people said that they don't mind people filming in there. So obviously, I don't film the entirety of the show anyway. I don't do that so often with my videos, particularly something like that. It'd be just too long, too much. So yeah, yeah, it's definitely on the cards. It's just again, it's just the only thing is I've got to be careful of is it's quite a dark venue, and my the phone I record on is good at night, but it's not great at night. Okay, so if the lighting is really dull, the quality is going to be really poor, and it's not going to make a great video. So I'd have to check all that out first. So yeah. Anyway, it is on my list. So yep, we will do a Dracula's video. It is on my list, and it will be done. So I just can't tell you exactly when that will be. It's on the list. The whale was in the dolphin show. Oh, okay, cool. If you've got any photos, I'd love to see. I'd love to see photos of that. Put them on your page or send them through. Even that would be cool. That would be so cool. Okay. I can't. Sorry, I can't make out some of the comments, guys. I can't sort of make an understanding of them, and I apologize for that. It's now called. No, it is called Harvest at the casino. Oh, okay, so yeah, I had Harvest in my head. I know. I think it used to be Food Fantasy, or one of them used to be Food Fantasy. Yeah, Harvest. Yeah, good, definitely good buffet restaurant at the casino if you're looking for a good one. There's plenty more. I think someone mentioned the SeaWorld Resort do a good buffet restaurant as well, and I think they do a really good Japanese restaurant there too as well at the SeaWorld Resort. If you're staying there, there's a couple of restaurants on site and a buffet dinner and breakfast. I think Sheraton does another good one too. I think it's more seafood. There's probably plenty of seafood buffets. I don't eat seafood, so personally, so I kind of stay away from those ones. All right, I'm just skipping a couple comments that are just because everyone's talking about the lions and the tigers and things like that. So yeah, if anyone can send through some old photos or something, footage of lions, that would be cool at Dreamworld, or even the killer whales, or the smaller version at SeaWorld. That would be cool. Hey, Mike, how you been, mate? Best being subjective. The Langham is meant to be the best buffet. Okay, right, yeah. It is expensive, nearly $200 per person. Wow. Oh, the Bazaar, the QT. Yeah, I have actually been that one. Actually, you're right. The QT Hotel, the Bazaar. That's really, yeah. That's actually probably like a kind of a smaller version of the one I was thinking of that I went to in Perth at the Crown Casino. And there, how it's all sort of got its separate areas, themed foods within the buffet restaurant. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks, Mike. Yeah, so if anyone's up here and you're staying at the Langham, it's supposed to be a really good buffet there. Actually, I'll tell you what. The Crown Towers, I think it's called Crown Towers. It's where the revolving restaurant is here in the Gold Coast. So it's not in the Q1, the tallest. It's in I think it's called Crown Tower, I think, on the Gold Coast Highway, kind of between Surfers and Broadbeach, more closer to Surfers though. And the revolving restaurant, the food, they've just reopened it recently. I haven't been back since it's reopened, but the food was always good up there. Had a good selection, and it revolves. So how good is that? So that was a great experience, and I'd recommend that one. I've been there and done that one. But yeah, the QT Bazaar and QT is definitely highly regarded. You're right. It's awesome. Passes are run out. I don't want to go back because something about waste of money. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but sorry, I'm just having trouble understanding Uliana. Sorry, apologies for that. I think it says you had some passes, or you've run out. Your passes might have run out, or something like that. Let's see what else we got here. I think they've got the cages where they kept the lions still there, have they? That's pretty cool. Korean barbecue buffets are great. Yes, I've been to a few of them. They are great. Excuse me, everyone. Planning on going to the Currumbin Sanctuary now. Thanks for the insight. Yeah, definitely. Stephen, it's Currumbin Sanctuary. Again, your choice. Lone Pine is a great place to visit in Brisbane. But if you stay in the Gold Coast and you're doing everything around the Gold Coast and you want to go to a place like that, I mean, definitely if you can get to Paradise Country, that's part of the Village Roadshow theme parks, Movie World, SeaWorld, Wet and Wild, Outback Spectacular. They own Paradise Country as well. And it's all next to each other and behind Wet and Wild and their Top Golf. All that's all together. Currumbin's down the other end of the Gold Coast, but still in the Gold Coast. It's a lot closer than heading to Lone Pine. And I feel there's just more to do at Currumbin. I don't know. I can't think if I have been to Lone Pine. Yeah, a long time ago. And look, again, it's been years since I've been there, so I don't want to say anything bad about. There's nothing bad about it, but as far as differences, I really can't compare the two now. But Currumbin's closer, and yeah, Currumbin's an awesome park. I've got to say, it's an awesome park, and they've just opened a new part there as well. So there's lots of stuff always happening at Currumbin. Starting my own YouTube account. Can you give me some tips? Tips would be make sure you do it your way. Have your spin on things. People like people's different opinions, and just keep it consistent. So if you say I'm going to release a video once a month, then you got to do it once a month. If you say you're going to do it every day, you got to do it every day. As soon as you drop off and sort of stop doing videos, and then people lose interest because it's not regular and not, they can choose to subscribe or not subscribe, obviously, during that time. But if you're consistent and always regularly trying to evolve and doing regular, consistent content, people, if they like at least one of your videos, generally they will try and stick with you for a while and see how you go. But you've got to commit to it. You've got to commit to it. Like, it is a big commitment. For me to go every single Saturday, do all the filming, do all the editing, which takes longer than the filming, by the way, and fit in family time. So it's a bit of a sacrifice. But obviously, it's my hobby. It's what I enjoy. Some people play golf. Some people go surfing, right? I like to do content creation. I love theme parks, always have done. It's my hobby. It's just my weekend hobby that I choose to put out there onto YouTube, and it's I'm thankful that people enjoy it and want to follow and help me grow the channel, because it's exciting. It's definitely exciting. One day it'd be great to be able to travel the world with this, and just potentially do. I mean, imagine doing something like a hobby that you loved as a job. I mean, that would be everyone's dream, right? But the reality is, we all need normal jobs, or most of us need normal jobs to fund this, which is obviously what I do. So, but anyway, yeah, all good. Have you booked a trip to Japan? I haven't yet. No. I haven't this year. This year, we just obviously trying to suss out what's happening this year. There's a few other bills that have occurred that we've got to, life happens, right? So unfortunately, you got to prioritize. We just would love to get Japan. It's definitely on our to-do list. 100%. In fact, an overseas trip this year is on the cards. It's just, we had to cancel a US trip a couple of years back for COVID. Since then, the prices have gone massively increased. Exchange rates gone up, and we don't earn a lot of money. But just average people. So we saving money is getting tougher and tougher and tougher with the cost of living and everything like that. But YouTube sort of funds theme park tickets, because obviously we don't get anything for free. We got to, like everyone does, we got to pay for the tickets to get in. We got to pay for the food. We got to pay for events, all that. Buy me coffees definitely is appreciated. The amount of support I get on that does definitely help support the channel as well. And through that, and through merch sales now as well, every little bit helps. So yeah, hopefully we can definitely get away. But Japan is definitely big on our agenda, Mike. So yeah, you'll probably get there before me, no doubt. So I loved seeing some photos from you. That would be awesome. And I hope you had an awesome time in New Zealand, by the way. I hope you had an awesome Christmas, mate. You missed out on the tornado. That's good. I hope your place was okay. You're saying there's a Wikipedia page about the Dreamworld Lions called The Lair. There you go. Check it out, everyone. I'm going to have a look myself. I'll write that down. The Lair. Wikipedia. Cool. Thanks, mate. Awesome. We'll check that out. Definitely. Go to Hotter and give us a tour. Yeah, I think there's always something different on Hotter. One of my subscribers actually works there, so I bumped into him at Movie World a few months back. So, well, maybe we'll head there. I think there's a sneaker. Is that still on? There was a sneaker event on there. Something to do with sneakers. They always have some cool stuff going on there. Do I watch any events at QPAC? We have been, but probably not recently. I know one of the guys at Jordan, who does a lot of he's at theme parks as well. We bump into each other and say good day all the time and that as well. He posts a lot of content from shows and at QPAC, I think particularly, and I really enjoy seeing that. But obviously, photos are one thing, but obviously the what do you call it? Doing a video there is probably not allowed, or maybe I'm not sure. Maybe snippets. So yeah, and of course, any show where you're kind of stuck in one seat is kind of hard. Not impossible, but to try and get the full, I guess, experience. I mean, we've done things like Outback Spectacular and Monster Trucks and that, where you are sort of in one seat, and that videos turn out okay, I suppose. But yeah, it depends what the show is. Again, the channel is theme parks predominantly, but attractions and events as well. We've done a few things like probably in my early YouTube days, probably one of my very first videos, one of the few. They had a NASA exhibition on at the museum next to the QPAC there, just in Brisbane. And I thought, man, everyone's going to love this. Probably one of the worst videos from a viewing perspective. The stuff in there, it was awesome. It was actual real stuff from NASA and parts of bits and pieces and space shuttle and all that kind of thing. So that was pretty cool. But the I don't know. A lot of people didn't tend to watch it. So mind you, I got to say the video probably didn't come across very great from my perspective, because I was so new at what I was doing, and when I was new, it was really bad. So I don't blame people for not watching probably, but I think over the time that more people probably would have watched more of it. But it's just one of those things. So it just depends what the content is, and if there's any interest, I suppose. So we'll see. I walked through Queen Street Mall. Yeah, does that interest you guys? Anything like that? I mean, I don't live in Brisbane, but yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that's. I know a lot of people do that kind of thing, walking videos through Brisbane or wherever. Even driving ones. I've watched a few of those as well, like American ones and that can be quite interesting, and seeing the sights and the people and everything. So. Yeah, look, I find I'm very busy with work and obviously with theme parks predominantly. But yeah, but I do have a video coming up soon. It's being worked on for many months, many months, which is something pretty different as well. So it'll be something different coming up soon for everyone to watch as well. And it might be over 2 episodes, possibly, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let me go. Someone saying they did a sneaky pic of the door was open at Scooby-Doo and the lights were on. Yeah, they are working in there. I know we can't see anything from the outside, but there is definitely work going on in Scooby-Doo. 100% there is. So we just obviously can't see what's going on. But they will have a test seat out the front, and they are doing a lot of work on that as well. Cool. I remember the Pipeline Plunge at Whitewater World had all the Nickelodeon theming on it. Pipeline Plunge. I don't recall that one personally, but yeah, that's cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I think. Where is the best vantage points to see Rivertown? Probably from Tiger Island. Actually, you go to Tiger Island, and then the pathway that goes from Tiger Island now down to the corroboree. That's probably the best vantage point. You can see a bit through from Motor Coaster, but I think Tiger Island's the better one. And that's the end. They'll be doing all the construction, the mountain, and all the coaster side of it, well, the actual station, all that will be there. So yeah, I'd like to know what exactly is involved with each maintenance period for each ride. Okay, maybe just send the park an email with, just as an example, what type of things do you do for maintenance? You're interested in knowing what they do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a maintenance person. I would assume it'd be like when you take your car and grease and oil change. Probably for them, they'd be changing the wheel bearings or wheels or any wear and tear things. They would probably go through everything. I know they also on the tracks. So the tracks and the beams, they all have obviously massive bolts, and they have those wax. I think they're wax. Like pieces that align to from the bolt to the screw, and so they sort of meet up perfectly like that. And if one is off, then they know that needs tightening or looking at as to why. But so I know they do checks like that. If you next time you're sort of walking around the base of the coaster, like where they come down, like at Movie World, some of those poles come right down to the street, the sidewalk, and that as well. You can see those cut. They're normally like a bright coloured wax or something, I think it is, or plastic. And that's so they can at a quick glance see if there's any movement on the bolts. So they check bolts, tightness of everything. Yeah, general safety, wear and tear. There'll be probably like a car when it has to change the oil filter every 10,000 Ks. Well, they'd have to probably change the wheels every so many Ks, or the bearings, or whatever it is. I don't know, but that's the type of things they would be doing, I would imagine. Or if there's been a specific something that's a major part that they would have had to have replaced, and then they'd do that too. So, but hey, reach out to the parks. They may give you a bit more information there. I saw a couple of food vendors from Brisbane going to Dreamworld. Yeah, a lot of those food vendors come from afar. Absolutely. Cool. All right. I think I know I may have missed some comments, but I think we got through most of them tonight, everyone. So, thanks for the live. Thanks for saying thanks for the live chat. I appreciate it. Cool. Ryder's saying there is a maintenance blog on Superman Escape and Wild West Falls, so maybe check it out on YouTube for maintenance on those attractions. So it looks like they may have released one. Cool. All right, everyone. So we're going to leave it there. We've hit the 2-hour mark. So again, a massive big thank you to everyone who's joined me tonight again on my weekly live chat. Really appreciate it. And thanks everyone who watches my YouTube videos and follows the social media content. Very much appreciated. Also, thanks to those who have already bought Jaggs Journeys merch. And thanks to those who are thinking about buying merch. Again, the quality, really good quality shirts, really good quality print, like really good quality. So, and yeah, I've already seen people walking around the parks with my merch on, which is crazy. So, I love it. I appreciate it. So, so get on board with the merch. Appreciate the support. Don't forget Theme Park Cartel podcasts every fortnight on all the major streaming platforms. Myself, Riley, and Adrian, we do the fortnightly Theme Park Cartel podcast. So check that one out as well. And yeah, so with my merch, it's jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com. You can check that out on my Instagram. There is obviously that's on there, and also my movie board video that I just uploaded last night, Sunday night. I have a feature in there as well, and it has the link, or has it written on the screen as well. So you'll be able to check it all out. And yes, I just wanted to say thanks heaps to everyone for your support. Really appreciate it. And by the way, if you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed, don't forget, it's free to subscribe. There's no cost whatsoever. It does let me know you care, and it does help me out a lot if you are subscribing to my channel. So, and if you hit the bell, then that notifies you when I upload another fun, exciting theme park video for you guys. So, so if you also know people that love theme park content and they haven't found my channel yet, make sure you share the channel as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's enough from me. I want to say big thanks to everyone who's been chatting and taking time out of your night to spend chatting with me as well. All right, guys, I hope everyone has an awesome week ahead, and stay safe, particularly those up in North Queensland. Definitely stay safe through the cyclone. I wish you all the best, and hopefully it's not as bad as they're anticipating. So all the best to everyone up there for that. And thanks again for everyone for saying goodbye, and for saying hi, and for your comments. Greatly appreciated. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.